For Rivals.com, I'm National Recruiting Analyst and Rankings Director Adam Friedman here with Richie Schnyderite of HappyValleyInsider.com. We're talking the commitment of Rivals 250 linebacker Alex Tatsch. He went public with his commitment to Penn State on Sunday night. Richie, this is a great addition for Penn State. This is a guy we've kind of circled for the Nittany Lions for really, since they offered this past season. What do you think of the addition to Alex in this 2025 recruiting class for Penn State?
Yeah, I think we actually submitted a future cast back in November, and it just sounded like this was kind of a done deal for a while, like you mentioned. But it's a great get for Penn State. You get another top 250 kid, another 4-star, another linebacker too. They've done really well with linebackers, and this is technically Tom Allen's first get since joining the staff this offseason. So good start for him, and top 5 kid in Pennsylvania, and that's always the best in state stay in state.
Yeah, that's what James Franklin and his staff try to do. A nice get for Tom Allen, like you mentioned, his first real commitment as a member of the Penn State staff. Let's go over some of the things that Tatsch brings to the field. He's 6'3", 211 pounds. He does a great job running sideline to sideline and tracking the ball carrier, sifting through the muck and getting to that ball carrier. He is a strong tackler. He does a good job making tackles behind the line of scrimmage, and he just kind of flies to the ball carrier. He doesn't really have any verified times, but he told me that he was clocking in the mid 4.6s this past summer, and then unfortunately had a minor injury and wasn't able to really take part in much of the last offseason where he would have gotten those verified times. But if you watch the film from his junior season, it's awfully impressive. I got a chance to talk with him in person when I was up in the Pittsburgh area for the Whippeal Championship games, and he is every bit the 6'3", 211 pounds he's listed at, and I think he's going to be a really good fit for this Penn State defense that Tom Allen's going to run. They run a base 4-3. They're going to probably mix in a little bit of that 4-2-5, and I think he brings that versatility and that positional flexibility to stay on the field all 3 downs.
Yeah, super athlete, like you mentioned. I know people are going to hear that weight at what is it, 213? You just said
211. Yeah,
211. Yeah, it's a little concerning. So you're going to have to pack on some pounds before contributing at that next level, of course. But super athlete, track and field guy, basketball player, and football player. And he doesn't just play linebacker; he plays running back. He does a little dual threat quarterback, wildcat quarterback type action at times too. But yeah, he's got really good instincts. He finishes really good, and he can kind of sort through that traffic as a linebacker. And those are kind of all the traits you want to see. And it's a big reason why he's ranked in this top 250.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too scared off by that 211 pounds. See, that 6'3" frame is broad, and he's got a lot of room to fill out. And, Penn State strength and conditioning staff have, they've done a fantastic job with players like that in the past. So wouldn't be too concerned about that there. Penn State, landing his commitment, beat teams like Pittsburgh, West Virginia, Notre Dame, who offered last week, South Carolina, Duke, Wisconsin, and North Carolina were all in the mix there for Tatsch, who was really seeing his recruitment kind of see an uptick a little bit over the last week or two. But the Penn State Nittany Lions were able to reel him in before his stock really skyrocketed. So what are your parting shots here on Tatsch and what he means to this Penn State class?
I think it's big for Penn State, especially like I mentioned before with the in-state kids. It's their first top 5 get in this cycle and second top 10 get for the state of Pennsylvania. And you kind of just want to keep building those pipelines, whether it be in the Pittsburgh area like this one or just on the east side of Pennsylvania as well in the Philly area, because they just hosted a kid in Jabri Wallace-Coleman, who's a 4-star running back and number 3 in the state this cycle too. So I think it's just all about building those connections and keeping those connections, and you should have a nice little pipeline throughout the state of Pennsylvania going to state college.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Alex Tatsch being paired with DJ McClary, a Rivals 250 linebacker out of New Jersey. That linebacker core for Penn State is going to be in good hands for the next few years. So, Richie Schnyderite, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate you joining me here. Please follow Rivals on the YouTube channel, on all of your social media accounts. And of course, you can find all of our content on Rivals.com. You can find all of Richie's content on HappyValleyInsider.com and on Twitter at Rivals Richie, I believe.
Yep.
On Twitter and I think on Instagram as well. So thanks, Richie. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.